Now students, you've already seen in the previous video that how to print all the even numbers and the odd numbers. Here I am going to tell you how to calculate the sum of even numbers, and now this time range is 1 to n. Alright, so I will write a full-fledged program over here. So I write here class sum even, this is the name I have given, public void cal sum is the name of the function where the calculation will take place, and here I pass the limit, that is n. Alright, that is the parameter. Now what I have to do, I have to print all the numbers or even numbers sum within the given range. So I will first write the range here. So int no, I use the previous variable which I have already taken. Now no up to less than equal to n, and no is increased by 1. Now students, I have to check if the no is divisible by 2, that means mod 2 equals to 0. Alright, then I have to perform the sum. So I take a variable here to store the sum and initialize with 0. Sum will have the sum of sum n what? No. Which no? Which is even, because I have already checked that here through the condition. Alright. Now after this condition, I will close the for loop. This is the closing of the for. For is closed here. Outside the for loop, I write system.out.println. Alright. And I write here sum of even numbers is plus sum. Alright. After that I close. What I am closing? I am closing this function, and then I will close the class. This is the closing of the class. So student, how does it work? This is a class which has got the entire logic which is stored inside the function. Function is within the class. So public void cal sum is the name. Function does not return anything. So return type is void. Public is the access modifier. Then this parameter, this gives us the last number to be verified whether it is even or not. So right. So because it was given in the program 1 to n. Alright, so this n is passed from here. Now after that, I have declared a variable to store the sum. Then here initialization, test and update, usual loop cycle. Initialize with 1, then it is tested. If it is true, control comes here. Right. After performing this process, it goes here, it increases the no by 1. Then it becomes 2. It is again checked. It is true, then it comes here. Right. This time I am not printing number is even or odd. I am just adding that even number to the sum and storing the result into the sum. That is very, very important. And when this process is over, that means that once I have finished checking all the numbers, then I print the sum of even numbers. Alright. Remember, initialization takes place just once. Similarly, I can do it for the odd numbers also. How can I do it? I have to just change this area. This will become no mod 2 not equal to 0. Once you write this, this becomes the for checking odd. Is that clear? And what will happen here? The odd numbers sum will be there, and then you can have a message sum of odd numbers is sum. Now I'm going to give you the code when I have to print the sum of even and odd numbers both. Alright. Even and odd numbers both separately. So what I will do here, students, I will write here class sum EVOD, and here I write function cal sum, and here I provide the limit, that is the argument of the function. All right, now here I take two variables, very important, SE for sum of even numbers and SO for sum of odd numbers. Now I start the process. For int no 1, I have to check up to n, so n is here, increase by 1. Okay, now here I write if no is divisible by 2 equals to 0, that means it is even number, then SE will have the sum, so I write SE equals to SE plus what? No. All right, I have closed this. Then what I will do, I have to write else, that means if it is not divisible. So when it is not divisible, that means it is odd, so SO equals to SO plus NO, so odd number will be there which is not divisible by 2. After closing the else block, I close the for loop. Right, closing of the for loop is there. Now students, I have to simply write the message system.out.println, right, sum of even numbers plus what? SE, right. After that, system.out.println sum of odd numbers plus SO semicolon. Now you can see that these two messages are written outside the loop, because they are to be written finally, means after the process of adding the even and odd is over. Now we close the function and then we close the class. So in the first program I had displayed the even numbers and the odd numbers earlier. In the previous video, here I have shown you how to get the sum of even numbers, and then I have increased complexity to one more level, where I have put else also with the if. So I hope the basic idea of putting and using the conditions within the for loop is clear to all of you. Thanks a lot everyone.